Hello, friends. Surprise. Good to see you. We have been trying to rehome our usual Thursday event, which is the Tarot Topics newsletter recap. Thursdays, I'm not available for live streaming any longer. So it's here right now. I'm not saying it's going to be here forever, but it's here right now, and it's good to see you. So, Tarot Topics weekly newsletter comes into your inbox every Wednesday morning. We do a different topic each week. If you have not subscribed, there should be a link in the description, or you can go right to my website, christianagodet.com, and subscribe. It's a good newsletter. And then we like to come on here and discuss it and do readings about the newsletter topic. Kelly, so good to see you over on Instagram. We are right now streaming live on Instagram, YouTube, obviously, Facebook, and Twitch. How cool is that? So the topic this week, how we stay grounded. And I want to start off right away with saying a big thank you to Michelle's Mystic Corner. Thanks for being a member, and thank you for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. So what we discussed in the newsletter is there are a number of ways to stay grounded. Michelle, I love to walk barefoot on Mother Earth. That is a meditative practice, and it's also like literally connecting to the earth element. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being a member, says, great topic. I know I feel grounded when in nature and when I plant or create things with my hands. And I think it's so interesting because I was thinking about that, and like grounding activities for me are often very hand oriented, to bead, to craft, to do things with my hands. If you had said to me, well, you ground yourself by working with your hands, I never would have thought of it. And energetically, I don't know why that is so, but I think it could be the focus on the microcosm rather than the macrocosm. Teresa said, I used to go for a walk. Yeah, that works too. Martha says, definitely being in nature, at the ocean, watching birds. I need help being grounded when I'm driving, right? I hear that. I hear that. Anna K, when I work a work that I like, I actually stay grounded. Amy says walking and working in the garden. So there's a lot of different activities that we have around grounding. Let's do some readings on the topic. We're going to go over to CardCam, and I was talking about this deck at our local tarot meetup. This is Lisa Hunt's. It was Lisa Hunt and DJ Conway. DJ sadly is no longer with us. The artwork is Lisa Hunt. It is Celtic Dragons Tarot. And the thing that's really interesting about it is it does that swords, wands, elemental switch, where the wands are air and the swords are fire. So it's an interesting deck to work with. We're working with it today. Oh, good to see you. Adrija, Country Love Homestead, glad you're here. Country Love says, amazing topic. Glad I caught you on. As an earth sign, grounding is super important to me. All right, so I will take your questions wherever you are. If you have a question for the cards about being grounded, staying grounded, now's the time. Let's do it. And I will take them in the order in which I see them. And the first question I see is from Barbie Bird. Great topic. Thank you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members only emojis. I know I feel grounded when in nature and when I plant or create things with my hands. What other practices can I do to increase that feeling when I'm not able to do those? Right. Right, that's the thing. Like walking barefoot in nature is great. Can't do that all the time. Planting is great. Can't do that all the time. How can you stay grounded in any situation at any time? 10 of Pentacles. Right, especially not in a city. Exactly. I love that. 10 of Pentacles. Katerina, thanks for the like. Appreciate you. So, with the 10 of Pentacles, I'm going to say make your home a place of grounding where just being there feels good and feels safe. Put time and energy into making your home that space. Call your ancestors in and ask for their help. I think that's part of it. And when you cannot be home, call on the ancestors. Oh my gosh, 4 placements in Capricorn. That makes so much sense. Yeah. Love it. And also I would say, I think sometimes, Barbie, just based on the cards we just saw, when you feel ungrounded, it's because of anxiety. So anything you can do to unwind the anxiety will de facto ground you. Okay. Very good. Teresa, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for being a moderator. How can I stay grounded until my interview tomorrow? I'm all in my head and it's giving me anxiety. Grounding would certainly help, just not sure how. Makes sense. Okay. Let's see what we see. Interesting. The devil in this deck is chains. I mean, literally, 8 of Swords I see as a card of anxiety, like quite literally. And I think the thing is, like, you are literally up in your head. Like, that is exactly what you're doing. You are playing things out that haven't even happened yet. The key is to stay focused in the now. And you have a very hard time doing that because in your past, the now was objectively not a good place to be. So you got really good at letting your mind taking you out of the now so you could survive. But you've now made it so that your now is pretty good. So allow yourself to return to the now, and that will ground you in the present so you will not worry or obsess about the interview. Does that make sense? Let me know what you think. Katerina over on Facebook. Good to see you. I have trouble staying grounded. I have good phases, but I always get caught in a bad loop after, and I don't know how to fix it. Oh my goodness. Last week, I spent all 7 days locked in my room with no energy whatsoever to leave or speak with my friends. I already take meds, so I would appreciate other suggestions. Okay. And Teresa says, thanks so much. Makes perfect sense. Very helpful. Good. And we're wishing you lots of success with the interview. All right. So Katerina, I'm glad that you're in treatment. I think that's good. But let's check, because obviously not a doctor. And while we can never look to the cards to say what kind of meds you could take or how much or whatever, I think we could look to the cards to say, are the meds working effectively? And if not, should you talk to your doctor about a meds adjustment? So let's start with that, first of all. All right, when we look at the meds, I do feel like it's worth reporting this to the doctor and saying, what else can we do? Like, there are so many options for meds. Just because you take them now doesn't mean that your particular treatment plan is working. So I would say, first and foremost, talk to the doctor. Next, I think we have to look at right now your relationship with resources, with time, money, energy. It feels like in some ways you have some resources so that lack of resources is not chasing you out of your room. On the other hand, I feel like there are other resources, maybe around helpful people, companionship, and maybe around meaningful activity that I don't think you have. So I feel like on the day-to-day, there are things in your life that really could be adjusted to make your life more palatable to live, to make you more willing to leave your room. But I don't think you can do that until you're feeling better. So there is a vicious cycle going on here. So I'm going to say, talk to your doctor first. Good luck. We are all sending you love and healing energy. All right. Up next, over on YouTube, we have Martha Vink. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Definitely being in nature, at the ocean, watching birds. All that is grounding. I need help being grounded when I'm driving. And I think the thing is, there's so much going on when we're driving. And you have to keep the different parts of the brain appropriately occupied so you can drive safely and be present. And I think that's when a lot of unhelpful thoughts may start to creep in. I would say there are practical ways to fix this in terms of podcasts, audiobooks, music, like what you listen to when you're driving could really help. Katerina, keep me posted. My goodness. Okay, 64 Amy Penn. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Over on Instagram, Hippie Pippy. Today's topic, good to see you. Thanks for being a member on YouTube. It's about staying grounded, how we stay grounded. Any questions you have about grounding and the resources that make us feel grounded? It's all about the element of earth today. Okay, 64 Amy Penn. What's keeping me from staying grounded? I think there's a lot going on that feels unfair. And when people treat you unfairly, that causes you to spin out in your head. It is hard for you personally, Amy, to stay grounded when people are treating you or others unfairly. It is hard for you to deal with that. And so I feel like you need a place to put it. When there is unfair treatment, there has to be a way, like my mother would have said, just give it to God. There has to be a way to take that and recognize that it sucks and it's not good, but to not take it on. Because I think that's what's getting in the way of your grounding. All right. 9 Worlds Intuitive Tarot. Kristen Louise, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. How can I stay grounded enough to make wise choices for my health and body? So like that feels coded for, I need to exercise more. I need to eat better. That's how that feels coded. Am I reading that rightly or wrongly? When we do the reading, oh, this is interesting. It's the second time this comes up. When we do the reading, I want to say it's about not being in judgment. Not being in judgment of what you have done or normally do or did yesterday. No judgment. If you let go of the judgment, it will be much easier to make the decisions that you want to make. Let go of judgment. Okay, over on Instagram, Oh, okay. So we've got YouTube vertical and Instagram. Let me go over to Instagram and control room. If you could hang on to YouTube vertical so I don't miss that, I'm going to ask you to feed that to me in a minute. Okay. Hippie Pippy. I would like to know how to stay grounded when I feel so lonely. I am so sorry. I'm sorry you're going through that. And the thing is, you have to ground yourself into your own possibilities. You have to ground yourself into your own delight. You have to ground yourself into your own creativity and understand that this is probably exactly right and appropriate for your spiritual growth and your business growth in this moment, even though it's hard. And Gypsy Grounded in Reality, Adrija, good to see you. I often see myself fantasizing about something which doesn't exist and probably might never happen. How to stay grounded? And I think the problem is the things you want in life, Adrija, Gypsy Grounded in Reality, are not wrong or bad or impossible or even unlikely, but it's a path to get there. And I think you have a hard time believing that you can have what you really want. And so you take it off into this fantasy. And in this fantasy, you will not get what you want. Your fantasy is self-sabotage. So I think the way around it is to believe that you can have what you want and go through the conventional means of making it happen. Hippie Pippy, you are very welcome. Control room, can you tell me what questions we have on vertical YouTube? Oh, gotcha. I will find it. I see it. And then I have a couple over on Facebook, which I will do. Hang on one second. Karina Morrison, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I've been so tired and wondering how I can bring more energy in my life. Okay. I think a lot of what is taking your energy is anxiety. So to figure out what is worrying you, what is causing you anxiety, will help you find peace. And once you find that peace, you're going to get your energy back. So I think it's about combating the anxiety, and we are all sending you healing energy. All right. Now, over on Facebook, we have Kimberly Shore, who is, of course, the medium that rocks, who is a member here on YouTube. What will help me stay grounded as I heal my injury? It's hard, man. Six of Swords reversed. It's hard. It is a difficult thing to be in that space of healing. But I think you have to stay focused on your goals. Keep your eye on the prize. I think that's really the key. Keep your eye on the prize and be patient and enjoy that this gives you, in a way, it takes away your freedom. In a way, it gives you some freedom. So try to work with it that way. Okay. 9 Worlds, I'm seeing you. Yeah, correct. Got it. Understood. Okay, and over to Facebook for Robin Renee Albritton. You know her as Dr. All-Ed. Thanks for being here. How do I, any help with grounding as I write? And we know that she is writing her dissertation for her PhD. Okay, so staying grounded there. I think you have to stay really focused on the value of what you're doing. And I think you have to recognize, like with any writing project, there's going to be a million distractions. Don't be angry at the distractions. Don't judge the distractions. laugh at the distractions, and get back to work. Keep your sense of humor. All right. And real quick, over on Instagram, Miss Magenta Magic, what are some ways to stay grounded through major changes? With the people that support you, be willing to ask for help. Like, that's really clear. Be willing to ask for help from the people that support you. Stay focused on what stays the same and stay focused on the things that make you happy and allow yourself to have some fun. That's really the key. All right. Back to YouTube. Anna Kay, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. What advice can we give young people that is relatable and keeps them grounded? Yeah, good luck. Good luck, man. Because I remember all the advice I was told that turned out to be true that I totally didn't want to listen to. So is there anything that they would actually listen to? It's got to be coded. We got like the same cards again. I shuffled too. It's got to be coded in their own self-interest. And their own self-interest for most of them is like a week long. So code it for their immediate interest is probably the best you're going to do. And recognize that they care about where they're at and what they're doing right now. So whatever makes that easier or better. Hey, Rebecca, I see your question and I like it. I will definitely get there. Yes. Okay. So who is next? Okay. Okay, just did Anna Kay. Baby Cake, so good to see you. Baby Cake says, I get grounded when in nature or on the beach. How do I stay grounded while at home? Right. Well, let's see. I mean, I feel like you got to make your home a place that you really want to be in, a place that really feels good. And if you're grounded in nature, then maybe bringing more nature into your home is a good idea. Let's see what's true for you, Baby Cakes. I feel like for you, it's about food. It's about cooking and eating good food, making food that you can put by and freeze, like soups and stews, that kind of thing. Honestly, for you, Baby Cakes, I'm going to say cooking is it. Oh, my goodness. Melissa over on Instagram. It's a pedimile. I have no idea how to pronounce your name there, but I know it means butterfly. Great news. Bumblebee. That's it. It's Bumblebee. Great newsletter. Thank you. I have some good grounding practices. A grounding mat, walking on the beach. My head is swirling because my mom's health is not great, and I spent Mother's Day sorting through my parents' unique marital issues. Salim, thanks for the like. What is the best way for me to stay grounded in these circumstances? I understand, and I'm so sorry that that's what you're dealing with. So let's see. As you go through these issues, you have to be really good in your happy place. Like, as you sort through their issues, you got to be like, and that's not me. That may be my origin story. That may be where I came from, but that's not me. And delight in that. Delight in the life you have versus the life they wanted you to have. And really lean into that and have fun being you, I think is going to be the key. Hey, Jojo, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Queen Kalharius, this deck is so cool, right? Right? Okay. Jenny, good to see you back on YouTube. Jenny, my question is how to stay grounded without others. I feel like I always need others to put me back on track. I can't seem to do this on my own, and that's unhealthy. You're right. It is. Understandable, but it's right for you to work on it. And honestly, the way to work on it is to have fun doing things with yourself. Take yourself out to lunch. Seriously. Go do things that you would normally do with others, do on your own. Go out to lunch. Go to a concert. Do things on your own and realize how much freaking fun it is to not have to worry about what other people want and just pay attention to what you want in that moment, and it will change everything for you. All right, Quinn Kilharius, Renata, good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. I struggle a lot with staying grounded. I have too much water and fire in my chart. Yeah, I hear that. Any tips? I have ADHD and depression, so I go through phases where I can do stuff. Hang on, I'm just finding, because I'm obsessed with something, then I get out of obsession and I can't get anything done. The curse of being a triple Scorpio. Ouch. Yeah. That's a lot. It really is. It really is. So here's what I can say to you, Quinn Kilharius. It's always good for you to be outdoors. Going outdoors always helps. And think about your accomplishments. Remember your accomplishments. I think a lot of times you lose your grounding because you think about what you haven't done versus what you have. I'm going to tell you the story of my grandmother. My grandmother probably had ADHD, although it was certainly undiagnosed. She told me one day, she's probably in her 60s or 70s at this point, so like my age, she said, I have stopped making to-do lists. At the end of the day, I make a what I did list and then cross it all off and feel good about myself when I go to bed. That is some grounding advice from my grandmother to you, Quinn Kilharius, Renata. Focus on your accomplishments. Worry less about getting things done. Stop being so hard on yourself and you'll have more space. Let me know if that makes sense. So cool. Will do. Okay, good. And Nine Worlds Intuitive Tarot, Kristen Louise, also a triple Scorpio with ADHD. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Wow. It's funny. We have two of you in the same village. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, over on Instagram, Jojo, anything you need to focus on right now? Let's take a look. Jojo G on Instagram. Believe it or not, focus on a trip you want to take. Focus on a book you want to write. Focus on your skills and abilities. And these things will move forward. DePonte, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, Rebecca Dusk, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Christiana, I'd love to hear your thoughts about how you stay grounded when reading tarot for others. Yeah, especially when reading for a long time or have a lot of your own stuff going on. Is it not an easy day? Yeah, no, that's a great question. And I'm an expert on this. Believe you me, I'm an expert on this. So I am a Scorpio sun, so I have that ability to be very secretive. So I do not mind hiding my stuff from others. Like there is that. And that's the first thing. Like, I don't need you to know my whole whatever I've got going on, so that's helpful. I do a lot of root chakra work. Root chakra into the earth, energy from the earth up, out, connected to spirit, out. And I keep that energy rolling all day long. It is a direct energy meditation that I do extraordinarily regularly throughout the day and between every reading. And that's really helpful. Unfortunately, throughout my career, I have also used food to ground. And that is why many of us in this industry, we say we're mediums, but a lot of us are extra larges, because I think whether consciously or unconsciously, we do that. We do that. So for younger readers, I would say don't get into that habit. I have used chocolate way too much in my life for grounding, and it shows. So there's that. Quinn Kilharius, I don't know how you manage not to go crazy during the lives, especially now that you stream in multiple venues. You are a pro. Thank you. But remember, when I went to streaming in multiple venues, I've got the control room in my ear to help me, right? I didn't try to do that on my own. So there it is. All right. Okay, TJ and GA, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. How can I best be grounded while still seeing life from a higher perspective? Yeah, got it. No, that's a smart question, and one we could all listen to, because we are all spiritual people who really try to see like that greater good, larger thing. How do you stay grounded in, I have to pay the bills, I have to go to the grocery store, I got to do the laundry, I got to get to the gym? How do you stay grounded in all of that? Let's see. For you, TJ, I'm going to say by making your home and your life a work of magical art in motion. So that your day-to-day life is just as magical as that larger thinking. Try that. Quinn Kilhari is still on the topic. Do you have any suggestions on root chakra work? I do. Step on up, everyone. Wear red underwear. That's helpful. And much easier than taping a garnet to your nether regions. Red underwear. Eat round red fruit. Root chakra meditation. And that is where going outside and putting your feet on the ground is really important. TJ, wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I was proud of that one. It just came out. That was like a divine reading right there, because it just came out. So there you go. So yeah, root chakra meditation is huge. Connecting to the earth. Any kind of seed magic is really good. Planting seeds. Okay, Theranaya, good to see you. Grounding guidance for you. Let's do you real quick. You become ungrounded when things make you angry, Theranaya. You need to find ways to handle anger that does not take you out of your power. That's what I think. Okay, do we have, let's see. Yeah. So Heather Roberts says a grounding mat sounds interesting. Haven't heard of that. I haven't either. Melissa, if you're still here, or anyone else, what's a grounding mat? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, scrolling through studio. Do you see anybody? I see no one either. It is last call for readings, y'all. My friends, I am available for private readings. There is a link to book. I have time today. I have time tomorrow. I have time over the weekend. Reach out, book your reading. We can work by Zoom, phone, FaceTime, WhatsApp, or in person in my Stewart office if you happen to live near here. I appreciate all of you so much. Renata, Quinn Kilharius, just wanted to say that this live made me smile today. I love your energy so much, Christiana. It always lifts me up. Well, right back at you. Thank you for being here. And a big thank you for everyone in the digital world, in our digital village. Really appreciate you. Michelle's Mystic Corner. They sell them on Amazon. Not positive how it works, but it helps you ground. Okay, good to know. My friends, Thank you so much. Take really good care. Read the newsletter, subscribe to the newsletter, reach out and book a reading, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon. Thank you for being a part of our digital village. Take really good care.